Hello everyone! Welcome back sa aming YouTube channel. Ito ang The Dutch Pinay Couple. So para sa video na ito, isi-share ko sa inyo yung proseso na pinagdaanan ko nung umuwi ako from Europe to the Philippines last September 3. Yes, originally kasi yung aking flight back to the Philippines was June 5, pero dahil sa pandemic, na-reschedule siya at na-extend ako to September 3. So kung ikaw ay interesado na malaman kung ano ba yung mga pinagdaanan ko, ano yung mga documents na hinanap sa akin, at ano yung present ko, click the subscribe button first. And then, ilike mo na rin ang video na ito. At huwag mong kalimutan na i-click din ang bell button para ma-notify ka sa susunod naming adventure. So yes, please keep on watching! So, ayun na nga, dumating na yung kinakatakutan naming mag-asawa na uuwi ako ng Pilipinas kasi wala na, there's no other way para ma-extend ako sa Europe dahil ako ay tourist visa holder lang. So, ano ba yung mga prepare ko from the very beginning of my trip or even like weeks before my trip until na makauwi ako sa amin. So, yeah, gusto kong i-share sa inyo yon. Now, unang-una, ang dami kong binasa na website, ang dami kong pinagtanungan na mga tao na umuwi from abroad to the Philippines at medyo masalimuot. Yes, medyo masalimuot yung mga story nila. Pero after quite some time, naging smooth na rin yung process. So, I'm very happy I was able to find, like posts from Facebook na sinashare nila kung ano yung mga processes, yung procedure nung umuwi sila sa Pilipinas. Yes, naging smooth din yung process ng pag-uwi from abroad to Philippines. Actually, maraming nagpo-post about OFW, but yeah, like what I've mentioned, ako ay isang tourist, so parang iniisip ko, malaki ba yung kaibahan ng processes or ng procedure? Pero happily, hindi naman. Yun lang mga pipilahan yung magkakaiba. Anyways, so start na natin yung kwento ng aking travel. Ayun, so dumating na yung araw ng aking trip. So, a week before my trip, nagbasa muna ako sa website ng aking airlines. Tinignan ko kung ano ba yung mga requirements nila. And then, after that, nagbasa naman ako sa Department of Tourism website, Bureau of Quarantine website. Nag-inquire din ako sa Facebook page ng Bureau of Immigration. So, ang dami ko talagang pinagtanungan and ang dami-dami kong binasa. Sumakit yung ulo ko before the flight actually. Pero, doon sa mismong flight, hindi naman pala ganun kahirap or kasalimuot yung mga proseso. Okay, so ano ba yung una kong prepare? Siyempre, dahil yung airlines, yung unang-una kong binasa, doon ko nakita yung mga documents na kailangan ko. Sa website ng airline ko, meron silang 3 requirements bago makapag-check-in. So, there's your passport, and then yung swab test result na ikaw ay negative, and also there's a health declaration form. So yung health declaration nila is really from the airlines. So print ko lang siya and then I just kept it in my folder. And yung swab test naman, syempre na tumawag kami sa like Department of Health ng Netherlands, and then they recommended us 2 laboratories. Tapos chinek namin and we've waited for like 1 week, pero hindi kami makapasok, as in hindi kami makapag-appointment. Yon, hindi kami makapagpa-reserve ng slot for me. So, naghanap kami ng other alternative na laboratory. And happily, I have a friend who has a friend na kakalipad lang niya from the Netherlands as well to the Philippines. So, syempre, siya yung pinagtanungan ko. And I'm very happy, she's very helpful to me. Even nung nag-extend din ako ng visa. So, there's this Het Huis Arts Laboratory and marami silang branches. So, pumunta kami doon 2 days prior to my flight and nagpa-swab test ako.
No, it's not a pleasant feeling, but some people say it's awful and some people say, oh, what the heck? And
Okay.
everything in between.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll see.
Yeah. That's the first.
Okay.
Do you have presents for one of the?
No.
Just try one. If they ask you again, the right one is really open.
Okay.
Well, that was the test.
What? I want to sneeze.
Oh, you can. Here's a.
Thank you. Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah. So after the swab test, actually like 23 hours, na-receive ko na yung email nila with the swab test result certificate na pwede kong ipakita sa check-in counter kapag lilipad na ako. So ayun, I have all the 3 requirements that they need. So, yeah, nakapasok na ako. It's actually very sad. You know, it's very sad. Naiiwan mo yung mahal mo at the airport. Aalis ka ng bansa. You know, it's really saddening. Medyo matagal mag-check-in dahil yung iba, hinahanapan pa talaga ng papel, and I'm very happy that I have everything with me. Inabot lang ako ng not even 2 minutes, and then binigyan na nila sa akin yung ticket, and yeah, I was reunited with my husband and my in-laws again. So yeah, kumain lang kami ng konti, but then after, dahil nga sa situation, we're thinking na siguro magtatagal sa immigration or something. So, I went inside earlier. Ayun, in the immigration naman, 2 lang yung hinanap nila sa akin. So, there's the passport, and also, there is the extension letter from the immigration of the Netherlands. So, yun lang, 2 lang. So, napakabilis lang. Tinanong lang na, why are you here? And then, sinabi ko lang na, yeah, my husband is Dutch. And are you extended because of the corona? And then I said yes, and I have the extension letter. Tinatakan na nila yung passport ko, and then I went to the boarding gate. So wala masyadong tao sa aking flight from Amsterdam to Dubai, as in really, really empty. Everyone is like laying in the whole row dahil wala talagang pasahero, as in. So it's really a special flight, like what they said in the announcement. Yeah, ayun. And then it's really nice because dahil walang tao, hindi ako ganon ka nag-aalala na baka makakuha ako ng virus nga dahil syempre walang tao. And happily, the airline gave sanitation kit with the mask, the gloves, sanitary tissue, and sanitary lotion. So it's really, really helpful actually dahil I forgot to bring gloves. So thank you sa airline na yun for providing the sanitation kit. Hindi ako masyadong nakatulog because it's still early. Kasi parang 3 o'clock yung flight ko. And yeah, it's still early. And 6 hours yung flight time. So, 9 p.m. in my body clock nung nakarating ako ng Dubai. Dahil maraming mga Pilipino yung nagtatrabaho sa Middle East, marami rin yung uuwi na. So, sadly, there are no social distancing thingy na nagaganap dahil nga sobrang crowded. Well, in the boarding gates, merong mga seats and then 1 seat apart. But yeah, when we entered the aircraft, talagang punuan lahat. As in, punuan, walang vacant seat. So, walang social distancing sa loob ng eroplano. From Dubai to Manila. Happily, nakabili ako ng face shield, meron din akong mask, and the airline gave gloves. So, I'm very happy that yeah. Kasi medyo paranoid ako. Ayoko makuha yung virus, and I don't want to be isolated in a place where I don't know ng 14 days or 2 weeks. Ayoko magkasakit. I'm so paranoid. And also, traveling alone is not my thing. It's really a hustle, and it's really scary for me. I'm happy that I'm in the aisle side of the plane, and also yung nasa kanan ko, she's also wearing a face shield, a face mask, and gloves, just like me. Parang parehas kaming paranoid, but I'm very happy that she's doing that. The aircraft landed on time, and I'm very happy. Well, actually, it's earlier than the estimated time of arrival. So, naisip ko na, meron pa akong time. Hindi ako malilate gaano sa hotel na binook ko. So, yes, required na mag-book ng hotel on your own expense when you arrive to the Philippines para sa paghihintay ng iyong swab test result. But before landing dito sa Pilipinas, sa aircraft pa lang or sa airplane pa lang, nagbigay na sila ng health declaration card. So this is the yellow small paper and then ilalagay mo doon yung informations mo. They always have that even before na wala pang coronavirus and you just need to fill it out. Pagka-land ng airplane, merong mag-a-announce from Bureau of Quarantine kung ano ba yung mga label na ilalagay mo doon sa iyong health declaration card. So, as a tourist, kailangan ilagay ko yung letter N. So, yun, nilagay ko siya sa top right corner nung aking declaration card. So, after landing, pumunta lang kami dun sa swabbing area and then they gave us 3 forms. Yung una is yung case investigation form. Yung pangalawa is like physician request form. And yung pangatlo ay yung procedure kung paano yung gagawin or sino yung tatawagan kung hindi pa dumarating yung result mo on time. So, yun. 3 forms yung binigay nila and the 2 of them, you need to fill it out. Yung isa, procedures lang naman siya at saka yung contact detail ng laboratory na gagawa ng swab test mo kaya pwede mo siyang itago. And then, nag-proceed ako sa payment section. So, sa payment section, tumatanggap sila ng cash which is in Philippine or US dollar currency. Meron din silang terminal for credit card or debit card. So, yung ginamit ko is yung normal ko lang na ATM, which is a BPI debit card. Hindi ko alam na debit card pala siya until I saw from the card that it says debit. And then, I was really praying that it will work because I do not have enough cash. Parang meron lang akong 3,000 and the swab test costs 4,500. Yes, but I'm very happy that the BPI ATM card worked. So, ayun, nakapagbayad ako naman. So, after paying, lumipat naman kami doon sa encoding window. So, itatype lang nila yung details mo sa kanilang computer and then, yun, i-check mo lang. Siyempre, kailangan mong i-check. Most importantly, the name, the passport number, and also your cell phone number and email address. Kasi sa cellphone number and email address, doon nila isa-send kung nakarating na ba sa'yo yung iyong result and your certificate from the Bureau of Quarantine and yung result ng iyong swab test. So, ayun. And then, after that, after na ma-fill out nila yung kanilang online registration, doon naman sa pinaka-nakakatakot na area, the swabbing area. Yes. Bakit ko nasabi nakakatakot? Kasi, ipapasok na naman yung something sa ilong. And then, hindi siya comfortable. After that, doon ka palang makakapunta sa passport checking or immigration window. Madali lang naman kasi syempre Pinoy ako, so tatak agad and then I went out. So after malagyan ng stamp yung aking passport, hindi pa ako nakapunta agad sa hotel. Punta muna ako doon sa corner where there's the Department of Tourism agents at tiningnan nila yung hotel reservation ko. So, i-check nila yung reservation form and then if you don't have the hotel yet, pwede ka naman mag-book upon arrival. So, after the Department of Tourism booth, punta na ako sa exit and meron dong marshals and they're waiting for you and you need to hand them the last paper that you have. I think that was the declaration form na malaki siya, yung white. Ayun! And finally, I was out of the airport. So, it took me like 1.5 to 2 hours, lahat ng proseso, until I was able to go out of the airport. So, pagkalabas ko naman, naghanap na ako ng taxi. The taxi is located at Bay 14, yung pinakadulong-dulo sa kanan pagkalabas mo ng exit gate ng airport. And there are airport taxi, so hindi mo kailangan mag-alala na makakuha ka ng illegal na taxi or whatsoever. So, sa hotel naman, hinanap nila yung aking passport, yung aking booking reservation, and also yung receipt na ako ay nag-swab test at naghihintay ako ng result. So, after that, I was able to go to my hotel room. Ayun ang proseso na aking pinagdaanan. It may sound like medyo magulo siya sa aking pagkukwento, but it was kind of okay. It just took a while lang. Talagang medyo matagal lang kasi syempre maraming tao and buti na lang, isang airplane lang yung nag-land nung time na yon. So, all of those people are from my flight. But yeah, it's okay. It went good. It all went good. And also, for tourists like me, kailangan namin na mag-book ng hotel at our own expense. Lahat po, accommodation, food, transpo, lahat po ay kailangan na kami yung mag-shoulder. Unlike the OFW na government yung mag-shoulder ng kanilang mga expenses. But then, I was so happy that I found a hotel that will provide me lodging, also all the meals that I need from breakfast up to dinner. So, ayun. And then, while I'm waiting at the hotel, inside my room, syempre, I made a room tour. So, please abangan nyo yan. Yeah. So, there you have it. Well, may update pa akong isa kasi dumating yung result ko 23 hours after my swab test. So, I was so happy. So, the second day, hindi muna ako umalis dahil nagkalat pa yung mga gamit ko sa hotel room. But then, on the third day, umalis na ako. And, ayun, nasa bahay na ako. I'm so happy I'm home. Ayun, so, maraming salamat sa iyong panonood. Thank you very much. Kung meron kang katanungan, kung meron kang gustong klaruhin na hindi ko masyadong nadetalye yung pag-explain, please don't hesitate to comment or to leave a comment down below. And yeah, we will really try to help you with it kung alam namin or kung alam ko yung sagot sa tanong mo. Ayan, so thank you very much for watching. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Click the bell button so you'll get notified on our next adventure. And please don't forget to share love always. Bye!